Living here in Jersey, fighting villains from afar. You gotta find first gear in your giant robot car. You dig giant robots. I dig giant robots. We dig giant robots. Chicks dig giant robots. Nice. Living here in Jersey, fighting villains from afar. You gotta find first gear in your giant robot car. You dig giant robots. I dig giant robots. We dig giant robots. Chicks dig giant robots. Nice.
So let's talk about the assembly of the Megas. We got double Majestics right here, and we got double Earshots. Now, why did I pick these? I picked these because this is exactly what Cooper would have picked. If he could only have 4 weapons, Cooper would have picked the biggest, loudest things he could find. And that's exactly what Melanite puts into its weapons. Biggest, baddest explosives on the market. No question. Now, in terms of the rest of the setup, I went with the Melander. It's a good, the Melander torso, sorry. It's a good balance between armor and speed. Same with the legs. I could have gone for these ones. I kind of wanted to go for these ones, but they just can't handle the weight, so had to go for these ones. For the head, I went with this one. It's light, sure, but it's the one that looks the most like a car. And, you know, it's iconic. You know, you have to do the car. You have to do the decals, you have to do it all. And it's just it just fits. It looks so good. I'm really fucking happy with how it turned out. I'm actually really happy with how this turned out. Just look at it. It's fucking perfect. For the arms, I went with the Bashos. Why did I go with the Bashos? I went with the Bashos because it doesn't really matter about firearm specialization. It just doesn't. And I went with it for the melee specialization. Why did I go with this? Because, you know, sometimes you want to just throw the weapons out and just get to punching. Get to punching and get to punching and get to punching and get to punching. And that's what we want to do. In fact, most of the time when you take this into PvP, you want to land a nice stagger, and if you see yourself in a good position, you just throw these off to the side and you go at it with your fists. And that's why we have the Kikaku. Now, sure, the Kikaku, you lose a lot of boost speed, you lose some quick boost thrust, some assault boost thrust, sure, but this means that anytime that you want to close the gap, you just throw out a melee attack and you're going to get to your enemy and you're going to hit them and they're not going to be able to do a damn thing about it. Now, I use the Talbot because it's got good close range and good medium range assist. For the cannons, you know, you're not using missiles, so these are the best, in my opinion, for what we're using here. Because we don't just want to be at close range. We also want to be able to use these at medium range, so I'm using this. You can use the Abbot. They're just as good, I think. Like, if you're going to be a bit more aggressive, you can use the Abbot. If you're going to stay a little further away, you can use the medium range ones. And for the generator, I'm using the Hokushi. It just has the best overall stats. It's got a good energy recharge delay and good supply efficiency, and so you can have the best of all worlds. Alrighty, now onto the duel section of our video, and today you're going to get 2 duels because you've been so nice to me. So, the first duel is up against Kitsune, flying the DB01 Dawnbreaker, which is a very nice build, really nice decals, very fashionable. Now, in the first round, it's rather one-sided. We exchange some fire. As you can see at first, quite a bit of time goes off without anybody landing a good shot on each other. Eventually I land a good hit. I'm about to go for the punish with the melees, but he puts up his pulse armor, I put up mine to keep up the pressure, and I follow him through it. We keep going, I land 2 ear shots, and I follow up with more punches. Unfortunately, he actually falls out of the string, and I have to continue to chase him. Eventually, he breaks my my ACS, and I am forced to finish the fight with the ear shots. Unfortunate, but we take these. On to the second round. It was a little bit more contentious. First of all, we close in and we exchange some fire as before, neither one landing a good shot on the other. Eventually he reveals itself and I get a few shots off, but mostly just him. Eventually I get the ACS break and I punish with both ear shots, leaving him very low on health. I decide to go in for the melee kill. Unfortunately, he manages to keep his distance from me. This was before I equipped the Kikaku boosters, so this is what you're seeing. Me falling just short. With the Kikakus, all of those attacks would have been hitting. But I keep up the pressure. I managed to use the arena to keep myself safe from his attacks. I try to finish him with the ear shots there. I miss. I keep trying to get at him with the fists, but I just can't. He keeps dealing more and more damage to me. I keep chasing him around, forcing him to not stop, and I finish him off with the ear shots. It was a really good match by Kitsune. Really fun fight. Now on to our second match of the day. This match was, at least to me, not as fun as the first one. Now, we're going up against Adpharaoh, flying his Wasp version 01. All respect to him. But the fight itself wasn't the most fun for me. As before, we exchanged some fire, neither one landing a good shot on the other. We're much too far away for that to occur. His missiles land some damage on me, but not enough to be concerned. I land a good missile shot right there, but don't manage to capitalize on the distance well enough. As you can see, Adpharaoh prefers to fight outside of the arena, making use of a very vertically advantageous build to stay in an area where he cannot be followed, which is likely why he chose this arena. He was the host. We continue to chase after. I continue to chase after him. He continues to run away from me, applying as much damage as he can using his long-range missiles, while using laser rifles to deal damage should I get close. I managed to win the first round with my ear shots at the cost of a lot of my AP. On to the second round. Now, this one, I tried to play a little more in this one. Try to have a little more fun with the fight because I really didn't enjoy the first round. So, as before, I tried to stay out of his lock-on by using the giant pillar in the center of the arena. He doesn't follow me, unfortunately, as was my hope. He once again flies out of the arena and below so as to lose the lock-on, and then comes back up and keeps fighting in this manner. I managed to land both earshots, dealing immense damage to him, try to follow up with the Majestics, fail, throw out the Majestics, and this is when I tried to go after him with the fists, but thanks to him staying well away from me, I'm unable to capitalize. As I use my pulse armor, he simply flies away and stays underneath the arena the entire time so as to time out my pulse armor. Eventually he comes back up, and I miss the earshots, which might have finished the fight. I tried to follow him with my fists, but he takes me down. Unfortunate. On to round 3. Now, in this one, I've decided to simply get the fight over with, stay as far away from him as I can, while applying as much damage over the course of the fight as possible. So, I try to stay above him, so as to have the ground behind him for my missiles to explode against, land a good shot, miss a few more, right there, land another shot. I try to knock him, but I fail. Continue to chase after him, continue to miss. He continues to apply gradual damage on me with laser rifles and missile launchers. One more shot, miss again, can't knock him. I managed to knock him with the earshots, managed to hit him again with a Majestic, and as I try to go for the finisher, I miss. At this point, I am unwilling to throw out my my Majestics for the melee finish. I activate my pulse armor. He hides again. I wait for him to come back up. I know he's going to eventually. He takes a little longer to do so this time. I wonder if he didn't go around. I try to use my scan, but he's too far away from me. Basically, at this point, I'm just looking for my opponent, who is doing his best impression of a chameleon and trying to just fade into the background rather than attempt to finish the fight. Eventually he comes back out, lands a few missiles on me, deals a good amount of damage with them as they all hit. I try to finish him with the Majestic, but miss. I try to chase after him. We're back to our little exchanges, each of us using the pillar in the center as cover. I almost land the shot, I miss again, I keep trying, he's about to get me, but I land a fateful strike with the Majestic and finish the fight. As always, I'd like to thank everybody for sitting all the way through to the end of the video. I really appreciate it, it really does help a lot. Hope you guys enjoyed. I know I did. This was a lot of fun doing this build. I do have some other cosplay builds that I'm planning on, and I hope you'll enjoy those as well. So, look forward to that. Look forward to more content. Make sure to catch me when I'm live streaming. Make sure to catch me on Twitter. Make sure to catch me all over the damn place. I also have a Discord, so make sure to check that out. Thank you all so very much for watching again. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you so much for 90 subs. I'll see you all next time. Have a good one, guys. And cheers.